Hello YouTube, I'm Jack Clark, the Eagle Musketeer, coming to you with another video. Yes, I know it's the 27th of December, and I didn't do a Christmas video. I know many other YouTubers did it as well, but I'm ever so sorry. I spent far too much time opening presents, partaking in Christmas activities, and eating a ridiculous amount of chocolate, and I do apologise for this. However, I'm coming to you with a video today, and I was thinking, what could I do my video on? I had a thought I could do like an Arc 5 discussion video, and then I was like, should it be more Christmassy? Then I thought, actually, why not just talk about card games? So today I'm going to be doing a video talking about legacy support. Don't mind Harry in the background. Say hi, Harry.
Hi.
Yes. So today we're going to be talking about legacy support. Now, legacy support basically pertains to cards that are really old archetypes back in the day with Yu-Gi-Oh! That are getting random new support, which is all brings them back and makes them a little bit more relevant, which is lovely. And Primal Origins, which is a new set that will be coming out in the OCG next year, I think it's around February time, I'm not quite sure at all, don't quote me on that, is coming out, and it has a buttload of legacy support. So we have support for Mecha Phantom Beast, which is not a particularly old archetype, but they're getting support. We have Hazy Flames getting a card in here, which makes them much nicer as well, which we never thought that Hazy Flames would get another card. We've got Madolce and Jelly, which people are shitting their pants over. We've got a Gusto card, which allows to make their OTKs more consistently. We have a Gladiator Beast, which is arguably good slash bad slash I don't even know. We've got Dark Worlds getting support. An Ancient Gear monster is coming out. And we also have Scraps, and we have Kokimeras, which are my favourites, and I'm like, I can't wait for these cards to come out, it's so exciting. Legacy cards are fantastic because it allows you to capitalise on nostalgia, which for people our age, that's kind of the main way you can just get us to buy anything. Hey you, did you like this obscure television programme from your youth? Here, we have brought it back. Now give us your money. It's a pretty simple way of doing it. But also, legacy support in Yu-Gi-Oh! Is fantastic because it allows you to bring back old favourites and bring them back and make them relevant and awesome. And sometimes even competitive. So today's video I'm going to be talking about various archetypes that I think could do with legacy support. So of course in the comments down below as a video response, I want you to tell me what cards you think, what archetypes even, you think should get legacy support. So today those in the comments down below as a video response. Extra points if you give me, like, if you type out a support card for said archetype. Like, properly give me all the details and everything. I love that kind of stuff. So first off, my personal favourite, and an archetype that needs, oh god, it needs support so badly, Batterymen. Batterymen. They were like my first deck, and I love them so much, and they are so good. But they could be better. At this moment in time, they are a really, they're not on the competitive scale at all, and I'm not saying that they need support to be competitive, they need support to be relevant again. They are so close. They have cards which are only good because they brought in Exeases, but they just coincidentally better. Batteryman double A OTK is kind of a relic from the past. Batteryman triple A though made it so they can have some kind of synergy with Exeases, and that card came out in the Shining Darkness, so that was before Exeases. But they also have Batteryman Charger, which is their power play, their 1-2 punch, and it's a level 5 monster that can summon a Batteryman monster from the deck. However, they don't have another level 5 Batteryman monster to Exease with, which, it's a missed opportunity there right now. All they need is a level 5 Batteryman, something that can summon itself and mitigate like the tribute summon of the Batteryman Charger in the first place, and oh dear god, something a level 5 that gains advantage. That's what Batteryman need, and maybe a search card for them to make them more consistent. That would be beautiful. And Batteryman, oh god. Thunder archetypes in general get the shaft in many ways. Like, everyone was like, oh yeah, fish and plant monsters, they don't get anything. But then they did get loads of stuff, but Thunder still don't get anything. But yes, I digress. Batterymen need some kind of level 5 monster that they can work with Batteryman Charger, and then a Rotor. That would be amazing. Next off, Amazoness. Now, Amazoness were one of those archetypes that were very old. They came out in Magician's Force as a archetype that my Valentine used in Battle City, and then they got a revamp. I can't remember what set it was. They got the revamp, so they got a couple new cards which allowed them to actually function as their own deck, and that was great. And they kind of focused on the fact and catalyzed on, of course, Amazoness Swordswoman. When it attacks, and when you take battle damage from it, your opponent takes the damage and not you. So they kind of capitalised on that, so when focusing on card effects that allowed them to benefit from they got destroyed by battle, or stopping them from getting destroyed by battle so you can inflict more damage with your Amazoness sword fighters and whatever. And that's great. And they've got a really good field spell, which allows them to gain more cards from the cards that were destroyed and benefit from that. And that's brilliant. Except they rely too much on their field spell, and they need some more support, really, to make them not as frail. This is really, that's all they need. They've got an Amazoness Queen. Let's have an Amazoness Empress. I know that's probably not applicable for an Amazonian archetype, but who cares? So we need more Amazons, because in addition to that, we need to have some kind of, come on, female power here. Come on, we need a good female archetype that isn't covered in feathers. So Amazoness, they really do need an archetype boost, so they need some support. They really do. Next off, we have Crystal Beast. Now, these are a fan favourite, which I've never been a big fan of. However, I do appreciate the fact that they could really do some support, because not only are they an okay archetype, they have their own Stratos. They have a really cool mechanic, but they just need another couple more cards to be able to exploit the mechanic to actually move forward, because just like Barriermen, they work really well with Gazizes. I mean, you can summon Chidori with them, and that's an awesome card to be able to summon in a deck. And what is the main objective in a Crystal Beast deck? Is to summon Rainbow Dragon, and they did Advanced Dark, which is an anime card, which is a really obscure effect and not that good. But what Crystal Beasts need, they need more Crystal Beasts. So maybe a Crystal Beast, Diamond Platypus. I don't know. They need to give them some more Crystal Beasts with more toolboxing effects, and more spells and traps that actually pertain to spells and traps that you actually have face up on the field. I think artifacts are going to be doing that. In the same set, Primal Origins are coming out, and they focus on being set into spell and trap card zone. So Crystal Beast probably not going to get any support for a long time now, but they are a fan favourite, so maybe Konami will give us Diamond Platypus in future. I'm so sorry I said that. But next off, we have Aliens. Now, Aliens are a damn awesome archetype, and a favourite of mine. All of these archetypes, very biased. But the Aliens are very interesting, because they focus on A counters, obviously. However, all of their support is really good. Like, they've pretty much got Alien exclusive staples for everything. They've got viruses, they've got their own mirror force, they've got stuff that takes control, they've got so many good cards. But the main problem with it is it all requires A counters. So what Aliens need is a good way to summon and get more A counters. They did get an archetype reboot with Cosmic Fortress Golgar 5D's era, where they gave them a Synchro monster, but they need a little bit more. They need another push. King of the Feral Imps was a step in the right direction, but they need something else. They need something to make an instant Cosmic Fortress Golgar, or to mitigate the setup you need for Alien Omanyte to summon it. Because Alien Omanyte is the tuner for Aliens, but of course it's like a junk synchron, so it needs the monster in the graveyard for setup. So maybe something that can help you minimize, or maybe help you set up, and like works well with the A counter aspect of the archetype, because it's all very well and nice giving an archetype support, but if it takes away from, well, the original what they were trying to do in the first place, then what's the point? I mean, it's all well and good giving Machina or Machinas some support, but they changed the archetype completely, and you don't use the original Machina monsters with the new Machina monsters, which is really crappy. They should have created Machina support that helps you summon Force, like, well, instead of giving them a completely new boss monster and a Stratos and never using the original monsters in the first place. So Aliens, they just need something to set up their Golga plays, and maybe a face-up spell or trap card that allows you to capitalize and gain more advantage from using your Golga plays. So you don't just have K-Day Ancient Ruins to be able to plus off, you have your Golga, which you can use other things with. Next off, we have, now actually, this is just slightly this archetype I'm about to talk about doesn't need support. Well, it does need support, but I want it more from an aesthetic point of view. The archetype I'm talking about is Arcana Force. Arcana Force are bloody annoying, because if you're ever going to create a archetype that is based upon something that already exists, then ideally you want to create a card for each aspect of what it's based on. So, of course, prophecies are based on tarot cards in addition to Arcana Forces. However, for those of you who don't know, the Arcana Force are based on the major arcana of tarot cards. So all of those names are from an existing deck of cards. However, Arcana Forces don't have all the cards for the deck. So with Prophecy, you could make a tarot deck. so to speak. You can't make a complete deck, so to speak, but you've got the major arcana. But you don't have that with Arcana Force, and that's a perfect opportunity to give them some more support whilst filling in the gaps of the Arcana Forces. Plus, they're fantastic. I mean, GX was one of those series that everyone was like, oh, it's a bit rubbish. Are you kidding me? Sartorius, everyone liked Sartorius in his cards. They were so cool, and he had the Hannibal Lecter voice, and I really like the Arcana Force, and I would really like them to get some more support because they're aesthetic, and the way they function with coin flips, awesome. Awesome mechanic, and I think actually if you put a little bit more emphasis on the coin flips and actually like manipulating it, then go for it. And it's a great way to fill in the slots, which, well, they didn't have before. So that's pretty much it, guys. That's what I think. Of course, tell me what you think about the archetypes I've talked about in today's video, or if you have your own ideas for archetypes that you would like to see get support, then do say so in the comments down below or as a video response. That's pretty much it. My name is Jack Clark, Do You Get Musketeer? More videos coming out too soon. Merry Christmas, have a Happy New Year. If I didn't get a video at the New Year, I will try to get more videos for you. But until then, goodbye.